May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Wow, I knew Ray would put up a tough fight, but shit. Yeah, because I thought we had him. He turned the tables on us. He really is a turnabout terror. Can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they got me again. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. That's, please, no more new records, dude. Or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. What's that? I'll be more careful next time. That is what Mr. Wright said true. Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So the doctor was still alive when Dad last saw him. We still have to prove it though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness testimony could make or break this case. Yep, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see her dad. What a fake bitch. I'm like worried. When this trial will create risk between you two. And you might then leave the agency. Ha ha ha. She has a nice imagination. Excuse me, the trial will begin resuming shortly. Well, let's see what new testimony awaits us. May 17th, District Court, courtroom number 6. Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness? Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here. You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How do you get him to cooperate? Nothing low persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help me if it meant not shooting him with Miss Blicky. If it meant catching the killer. A kid like that to overcome his fear. That's pretty impressive. It's like an important testimony for to kick him out in public like this. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. It's gonna be the helicopter, yep. What the fuck? Oh my. Sergeant Buff at your service, sir. He's here as a drone. Really? Mr. Wright? What exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I'd still like to continue with the testimony to deliver via this drone. I say it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. But testimony via remote control toy? I was thinking for a spin to see how it goes. And just probably this trial anyway. It just sure warmed to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice. To think I once called you my comrade? Who are you shooting? Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa. That's full-on treason, asshole. I hereby demote you back to private. Corporal? Private? What is he talking about, Paulo? It's a long story. Are you then? Are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead on the perpetrator. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Papa met with someone the night he died. I identified him on the ground as I had arguments my siege defense. Huh. I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated dad getting ejected from the premise. For that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it. So he was thrown out, but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been the fleeing Mr. Arbal. Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy. Ready all missiles and fire! Whoa, 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 whoa! Ha 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 ha. Capitalist motherfucker. I'll turn you into pork stack. Wow. Damn, why do you have to call fucking Americans like that. Whoa, fire missiles too? Yeah, well, anyways, when this is all yours, Justice. Ow. Your father met with someone? More specific? No, I was in the midst of a crucial defensive sleep operation. Right. Referring to how you don't leave your room, correct? You never know where the enemy might be lurking outside of siege perimeter. What about, I don't know, school? Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. Sergeant doesn't associate with rookies. It's still too green to fight. With a kid like this, I try to buff won't be getting arrested in the afterlife either. Sarge, I've always wondered, who or what are you battling? That's classified. Even so, it may be relevant to this case. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. Yeah, such matters needs to be handled with certain delicacy. Oh, Jesse got the better of me. You're all talking no action, soldier. Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire. The number of bullets in your gun belt that counts. Needs for you to say. You're the one with all of them. What was the argument about? I heard things like, where's Yorb? And are you defying dragons really criminals? It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out any second. So it seemed like an argument when dogs came against Yorb. Did you see or hear anything else? Yep. I heard them arguing, and then silence. How is Mr. Arbol acting? Like a conquered trooper, retreating with his tail between his legs. A trooper. Wow, guess he does dress like he's in the military. But those two would really hit it off had they met in different circumstances. Yeah, I can see that. And so the defeated soldier was expelled, but that wasn't the end. That does seem pretty suspicious. He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles, answering glances at her house. Well, couldn't look and leave without an orb. I bet he was angry that he'd been kicked out. But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have gotten in. That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up. That was smart of him. He said there was no need to because there were only good people in Terrain Village. And yeah, he ended up dead. Only monsters could do what they did to my kind, trusting Papa. There would be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire! Well, I sympathize with you, witness. Can you please stop blasting in this courtroom? So Sarge that's too. So I thought things couldn't get any worse. I wonder why he hung around after being thrown out. I say this, but if that's going to be the killer, we're fucked. Oh, look. Addison says he saw that same thing at the time of murder. What the fuck? I don't know what could possibly be. That was actually it? What the fuck? So I didn't know what mounted siege defense meant, so I just thought that meant he didn't have his drone out and they could only hear it. But what it actually meant was he had his helicopter out. But the contradiction was he had a camera and a microphone, so he should be able to see stuff too. That was kind of gay, but whatever. Sarge, are you hiding something from me? Are you niggering me? How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get in on the Stroganoff action with that pig boy over there, soldier? Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof. What? Would the defense care to explain? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Just as he's able to see what's happening in court right now, Sarge is able to see what was happening in study then. With his chair strewn, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. No. And to think the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. So you must have seen something. Gah! I'm hit. What a strange weapon you're using against me. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the weapon has exposed your bullshit. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. A truth bomb? No! Ah! Mayday, mayday! I'm going down! Well, he broke his toy. Oh my, are you alright? Evidence. Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance. Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you? Papa. Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night. It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear. You're sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Ah. Ah. I think it's where Athena comes in, isn't it? Sarge, you need to answer my question. Shut the fuck up, maggot. There'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a loyal private like you orders me around. Let's put them in Siberia of all places. But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Yo, Athena, you think a therapy session might help? Well, it could help alleviate some of this anxiety. Plus, picking up a lot of discord. Huh, usually means the patient wants to say something, but can't for some reason. Alright. Your Honor, I believe I can be of help of here. Therapy session, Okay, we got you, Athena. Why not? It's like something I haven't been this before. Damn, you said ladies can't participate in war? I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always... the fuck? Is that an actual character? G.I. Jane? Yeah. Let's get this poppin'. First evidence on analytic psychology? Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, if that's all you want, bring it on. You may have started this war, but I'm going to end it corpse woman Sykes. You got it, Sarge. Brace yourself. Beep boop, beep boop. Entering the Matrix. I stayed in my room with Drone that evening. I heard Dad and Papa arguing with each other. Dad got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. Okay. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead till the next day. It's kind of weird, though, that he got surprised less, right? You're mine. That's weird. You acted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet, you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Abal. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful. Enemy fire! Direct hit! That is strange. I wonder what it could mean. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. I think I know why. Oh? So you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing him Mr. Abal because... Did he already see his body? No, because he died that night, didn't he? You weren't as shocked. I don't know. I should, It doesn't make any sense that something else would have shocked him, though, right? Because wouldn't it still would have been just as shocking. I'm gonna say you already seen the body. Though I don't think that's it. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night. And that's when you saw it, your father's body. I saw no such thing. Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see? Oh, that actually was it. Look, Apollo, we lost some noise. So, just as I thought, he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. Oh, but... The moment I saw it, oh, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Did you already sense that he was a goner somehow? Maybe. Please, Sarge. What was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? Oh, God. I saw... God. My man had a seizure. What the fuck's happening? I don't know where this is going. Yeah! No more, please! Ah! Help! What the? He hijacked Widget! I've complicated your little toy. He's like, help! The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. But Widget! Apollo, I can't continue the session without him. Calm yourself, this isn't business. I hereby order you to submit your therapy session. What in the? He took his gavel! Look at me, I'm judge during execution now. I hereby convene a military tribunal. This thing took his gavel. That's hilarious. Whoa. This has gone way too far. But bailiff, arrest this motherfucker that instant. Roar. Stop resisting. Roar. If you don't come quietly out, fire. Ah. Give me that right. Ah. Finally got him back. Good work. This one is truly a handful. Oh, up, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Ooh. Miss Sykes. What's Winston's current psychological state? Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map. So he's out of control. Emotions are in control of him, eh? Maybe we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause. Yep, let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me? Ooh. Is that you, Corpseman Sykes? Yup. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out. All forces, attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Okay. Sadness and shock. Okay. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room. And Papa grinning with delight. That's when he must have been killed. When I had passed out. I guess probably the flame, because with, like, you know, things with his mother. That's it. Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? But what flames? Was I? Yeah, just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze, so it's no wonder you were extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, corpse inside? In the outside world, you are bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea they might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them turns a chill down my spine. Wow, I think I take it for granted. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Stay calm and maybe something will come to you. Oh, oh, I'm starting to remember now. It was that relic. That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire. The orb was on fire? Uh-huh. Still kind of fuzzy. But yeah, the quote-unquote orb was burning right in front of me. I mean, in front of Papa. And there, in the flames was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames. Wait, what? Huh? Whoa. I think I get it. He was burning the orb, and then I guess the holy... There's no... Because, wait a minute, maybe there was a spirit in the orb or something? A spirit of justice. Now, what's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. It might be confusing with what really happened when his father died. Well, let me guess. More therapy. Yep, this time there's an inconsistency in his statements. I think we should prove it with the evidence in hand. Oh boy. Oh. So he hid the orb in the ruins, right? Right? Objection! No. Dead ass. So I was burning the orb when he was killed, but doesn't look funny to you. Maybe look to the night doesn't add up. But yeah. That's wait. Huh? What the Oh, the glowing moss? What the I don't think I'm on the right track. Or is it more supposed to present on this line? Objection! Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same. What do you mean? I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room. What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice. You say you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So, what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. Ah. So, you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. He passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the room within. So even if I hadn't passed out, that's right, the outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. Private Justice. Can you really say I bear no blame in this? Why do you ask? Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge, Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot outside the outside world. Into the outside world, and in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. Sarge? If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now? First step? That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel you do. Like you do. But only you can decide to take the first step. You're gonna change your tactics now, Sarge. The victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp. I think I get it now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely. Huh? Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty. What? I thought you were a dude. You're definitely not the gruff drilled sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mom was in the Russian army. I was just as shocked, but something explained a few things when I found out too. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. No way. Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you... Army... Nah. Don't forget I could blow you away at a moment's notice. She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge? Negative. Only since I was injured in the fire. Your voice sounds awfully different from before. My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels. No. Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls. If it's all the same to you, troops, I have to continue my testimony. I just remember something, and it says crisp and clear as a trumpet at a roll call. What kind of fucking analogy is that? Or I guess that's a simile, actually. It was my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa showed me a picture a long time ago. He said it was the Holy Mother, the founder of Kyrienism. She appeared right there, right in the burning orb. So then that proves it's the Founder's Orb. If you burn the Founder's Orb, the fucking spirit comes out, and that spirit was the fucking Holy Mother. What did you just say? That proves it. fuck out of here with that. Case closed. Bye-bye. The Holy Mother Kyrainism was in the burning orb? But what does that even mean? I have a bad thing about this. Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? What? The fuck? What do you mean? Why are you asking a question? Founder's Orb. What's that? A piece of related evidence. Wouldn't you agree? Well, let's be honest. I have to plead the fifth. You asked me how certain I was. And then she just vanishes. What the fuck? Oh my god. Blah 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 blah. I'm typing penalizing. Dr. Buff's research notes? What does that have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both. Officer papers refer to as fire. There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle, and the song in turn is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Anyone? Praise as fervent as fire. God! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? Uh-huh. The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire. Wait, so the doctor, he... Yep. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb. Oh my. Oh shit, he's let that set the nigga on fire. Waste the Holy Mother. Papa was a great archaeologist, so I believe in him. And I want to believe he achieved his long dream of solving the riddle before he died. Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves. Yeah, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes. The plaintiff must object to this. The plaintiff will stand down and shut the fuck up. You don't have the right to set a precious relic on fire. No. Bitch, but I do, bitch. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystals of Mifei, any ownership rights to the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Ooh. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us, bitch. I don't approve of you doing this to my man Phoenix, but you know, since I'm playing as you, I'll allow it. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. Hell yeah, here we go. I guess you could say he's on fire. What the? Look! Apollo! The inside of the orb! It's melting! There's something in there. That's her. Ah! Wait, is that her face? Dirk! Isn't she? This fucking music. Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the founder herself. Face and all. Wait. I don't understand. The Grace of Taboos in Kyrainism is a depiction of the founder's face. Yeah, here it is. Hidden within its orb. Wait, so that means a nigga can channel her, then. Sorry, right, but as you can see, this issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Kyrainism. And based on that, this must be none other than the founder's orb. What are you objecting to? But be that as it may, Mr. Arbal still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer argument null and void. Don't play dumb, right? The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arbal. It happened after the doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you have no proof that Mr. Robot was still around at the time. Your claim that Defiant Dragons were behind the crime is bullshit. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Admit it, right? I just burned your whole case to the ground. Ugh. No! Damn it, right? How could you lose a case? No! Damn it, right? Your perfect record. I won? I actually won? Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so, bitch. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat Storm of Terror? You're amazing, Apollo. Don't just stand there, right? Do something. Well, I don't think there's anything out of this hole. Mr. Edison, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. Facts don't lie, but you obviously do, bitch. How's that for campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous motherfucking... Looks like this is a good time to wrap up this case. If both parties have no further objections, I will not render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No, You can't do this. The crystal's mine. I'll lose the election if I don't have that crystal. I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? What the hell's going on here? Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. Objection! Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? About that. Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete. And this is why. The defense is basing their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb on a legend. And that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right, and that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, he would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No. But receiving the spiritual powers and stuff, it's all just mythic bullshit, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? What? No, but... Consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. What's gotten into him? Why is Wright doing this? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I asked all arguments to be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do want to watch up and find your missing marbles by then too. Wow. I mean, this lady does best, though. Coming clutch. May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. It's right, driving funny. I mean, he seems to be going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy. Is that a bluff or a Hail Mary? Either way, doesn't make any sense. Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although, he seemed perfectly normal when he spoke earlier. Although, I got a bad feeling about this. gonna check up on him. What the hell's going on with you, right? Hey, Private Justice. Oh, what's up, Sarge? I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing had happened. What? But why are you only telling me this now? Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. Now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important. There's still more to this case. When I left my room lost consciousness, I passed out right here. I tried about the coffee bar. When I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair. What? I was so scared, I beat a hasty retreat. I thought my wheels could take me. You know who it was? No, it was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room so fast I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights. Maybe it was your father. Nah, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known it was him. So then it could have been your father's real killer. My thoughts exactly. But you didn't report this to the police? It even occurred to me. It's alright, you're obviously so upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Oh, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing the Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Should probably take her statement down as evidence. Oh, welcome back, Athena. Huh? It's a long face. Oh, how'd it go right? What should I... Athena? Oh, sorry. Someone out there for a second. The race is almost over, so let's go! Ha! Ha ha! What the hell was that all about? What is going on? I thought it was over, not gonna lie. May 17th, District Court, courtroom number 6. Alright, court is, once again, back in session. Now, Mr. Wright, about the last objection you raised, we, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that, according to the legend, the Founder's Orb will bestow spiritual power. Yet the relevant questions failed to do so. Therefore, it has failed its own test. I see. You sticking with that ridiculous argument? Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Buff. Objection! What are you talking about? We just proved that to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I'd like to present new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that Dr. Ball did in fact kill Dr. Buff. What? Alrighty then, you may call your witness. Guess I found another new angle. What testimony could there be this late in the game? Oh, you're telling me, Apollo. This thing again? Fellow citizens, it is I, Paul Atchison, the once and future representative of the people. Not this thing again, that's what I said, Apollo. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. He remembered something he saw, you see. Something crucial to the case. How convenient. This dude Paul is probably like blackmailing Phoenix or something. It was around 11 at night when I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside the study window. The silver ball stuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice, a suitcase. A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase on someone's head. You saw the murder as it happened? And you're just telling us now because... I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all political greats. Murder was a complete mystery, but my client's eyewitness account has finally brought it into light. According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck in the head by the corner of some object. I suppose that could very well be the corner of a suitcase. Objection! But eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. But what was that supposed to mean? We have physical evidence too. A luminol test revealed. Shit. The doctor's blood in Mr. Ball's suitcase. But, really? But how does that prove Mr. Ball used it as a weapon?
Objection!
You should know the answer to that one, young Justice. Since you know as well as I do that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. Gah! I forgot we just dusted off right in front of Ema. It's not looking good. Oh my god. The terror strikes again. This is quite convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination. You want a so-called bulb meet and greet, eh? That's right. It's the perfect time because everyone's at home. You should have seen how the villagers' eyes teared up when they heard what I had to say. With tears of frustration, no doubt. You weren't riding around in your palanquin? That's right. Some village idiot reported me to the police. I'm banned from using it after dark. No wonder. What was all the noise it makes? Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking. Indeed, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murder in Kirain? There haven't been any murders lately, I take it. I'm elected. Because there was one there, in the case... Game 2. I promise you that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again. A vote for me is a vote to banish murder forever from our beloved Kirain village. Yeah, I can look with that. She snuck up from behind. She was saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Albal was there. That's right. He was utterly absorbed in the book. I see. What you see Mr. Albal do next. Climbed the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down in the lobby. In the body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident. That idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window. I believe the main point statement is now about the doctor using a book. Because... That's being an idiot. Because he didn't have his reading glasses. They were on his table. And it says he can't read without them. I believe. Right, they're found on his desk, which means he wasn't reading them. Get out of here with that. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves. Was it a book, you say? Whoops. 1 second. Wait, did I not read that? Hold up. Whoops. Log. The doctor was standing in front of a book. Oh, I did say that. My bad. Okay. I'm sorry, but your testimony is complete bullshit. That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable. Okay, it'd be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading a book in front of the bookshelves. I'm sorry, Mr. Anderson, but I'm gonna have to ask you to explain this niggery. You what, bitch? I'll explain it, you lolly cur. I made a mistake, you see. The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Arbal hit him over the head. But then the doctor would have been facing him. Sure, he would have seen him try to run. Dr. Bell was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed, and he wasn't moving. Something more which you would do. Well, then how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? And that's something that should be impossible from the front of the desk? Oh, about that. He bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered. So that's what you saw. Well, Your Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. Do you have a problem with this? Oh, the doctor... Probably a big problem, but I don't know what. But I'm just gonna bluff, like just like how Wright does. There is a problem, a very big problem. The way this statement doesn't add up. Is that so? Then please show me a calculator. Gladly. This shows a problem with witness's claim that he's nodding off. Coffee, maybe? He had coffee, right? So he wouldn't be asleep? I mean, that's a stretch, but it could be it. That absolutely was not it. Okay, cool. Okay. They saw the doctor nodding off. Right, because a bookshelf would prevent him from seeing any of it. A diagram of the study? Mr. Addison allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Why, yes, I believe you're right. But, blah. Objection! The fact remains, my client knew that the suitcase was a murder weapon. So he definitely had his first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Addison have seen a dozing doctor? When to determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. He must have been right here. The only place he could have seen him. I think. You've got to be kidding. But that's... Oh, it is indeed. But everything only makes sense if the witness was right there in the study. Inside the study? But that seems the crime. Yeah, I know. Asher Robertson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room. Apollo, are you suggesting? Mr. Addison, weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase? Ah. What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Paul has the musculature to pull it off. He does have a point. He wasn't trying to lift that thing after one go. That's right. He's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now you understand. Double Datsarball is a doctor's killer. One of the suitcases is a murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Dats. You have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo. Oh, I will. With his own technique, no less. If Mr. Addison couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon. I'm going to turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright. Just like you taught me. You talk big, young Justice, but do you have what it takes? Well, this should be interesting. Mr. Addison Wilkerson's testimony had been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First he said that Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelf. Now he claims that the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer, and how was the murder weapon really used? So the important thing here is the position of the victim and the killer relative to each other. Yep. If they were positioned in a certain way, it will be possible to use a suitcase as a weapon without losing a finger. You can't mean... I'm assuming he fell on it somehow, right? I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot, and his killer was at a certain other spot, the suitcase would become a weapon anyone could use. Alright then, young Justice. Where was Dr. Buff's killer at the time of the crime? Oh, that's a good question. I really don't know. Time for a good old-fashioned guess. I don't know. He pushed him onto the thing somehow, right? So if he was on the chair, I don't know. Or maybe he was over here. There. Oh, that's... This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, right? I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, I was thinking 3. Only then can we clearly see the killer's method at work. Whoa. Whoa. The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. They just had to drop it. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. Oh, because it had wheels. That's right. It was a plaintiff, one Paul Addison, who used a suitcase. He pushed from the 2nd floor. Oh, I didn't realize that it had, like, the little things in between. And sent it hurling down onto Dr. Buff, who's sitting at the coffee bar. Yeah! Psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he finished reading it, or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in that mountain of books. That was stupid, he should have taken it with him. That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Justice. But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. But there is. I'm not so sure about that, right? I say that evidence that the murder exists. Yeah, it's a fucking book. The evidence does exist. I'm gonna show you. You are? This right here is proof the murder took place in the coffee bar. It's the book with the coffee stain on it. This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it was still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid, Mr. Wright. Get it? Because the books have volumes. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's when the suitcase came hurtling down, striking him on the head. Causing both his blood and his coffee to splatter onto it. Well, bitch. What motive could I possibly have to kill Dr. Buff? And there it is. That final excuse corner the killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned to your crystal. Or no, your crystal to you, did he? He said he hid in the cave ruins. Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were a dangerous bunch was a huge blunder. All I did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the ass. Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had returned to its rightful place. And that meant keeping it out of your hands. You were so angry that he refused to return the relic to you? That you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, bitch? Oh my god, he killed the dog. I mean, he killed the, what's his name? What's the relic? That is... Apollo, don't. Please don't accuse my client of murder. Huh? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of scandal. Nigga, what? Nah, yeah, Wright's getting blackmailed, for sure. Right, you better do something to change that current climate, or I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens. What's he talking about? I can ponder that later. For now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Albal is a killer. Are you really gonna send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that. Well, Wright? Answer me. Oh. What, Mr. Wright? What the fuck's going on? I think I think you know something too. If you don't say anything, then... Mr. Addison, the defense hereby accuses you of... Apollo, wait. Not you too, Athena. It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but... During that last recess when I went to check on Mr. Wright, I overheard something I shouldn't have. I trust my eyes unharmed. Yeah, I thought so. Can't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, then there'll be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift. Gah. Relax. All you gotta do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyway? It's nothing to do with an old legend. My patron seeks a great power said to be granted whoever solves its secrets. It could be, what's that bitch? Morgan Fay from Case 2. Not Case 2, Game 2. Maya? Isn't Maya Fay? Yeah. Boss is legendary. Legendary? Oh, I want to go. She's legendary, yet she doesn't appear for 2 games. Oh, damn. The same thing that held hostage? Not the first time that's happened. Alright, let me get off her. Why'd you tell me as soon as you heard about this? Sorry, it's just Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away. Maybe prompted not to tell you. It's gonna make things more difficult if you found out. Ugh, things already weren't hard enough. So that's why Wright was acting so strange. I had no idea. This must have been excruciating for him. Think, Justice. There's gotta be something you can do. Mr. Justice, about that last statement of yours, I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would you care to continue? I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry. What's gotten into you two? If I accuse that slime bag, I put Miss Faye's life in jeopardy. Seems you finally caught on. I'm far too important to be accused of murder. After all, the nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders. Must I give up, or... Bro, stop shining your fucking plaque. Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory's assured. Then one day, I'll become president, and then king. I'll have every politician at my command. Now retract your accusations. I can't kowtow to them, but the defense would like to retract the previous accusation. Woo! Apollo. Dirk? I don't know what's going on here, but a lawyer should never look the way you do right now, with defeat and resignation written all over your face. Go ahead, Sirius. Yes. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go to its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey to the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. Dirk, the dragon never yields, eh? He's right. It's all over if I give up now. If Wright's hands are tied, it's up to me to do what must be done. He saved my neck so many times. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Those are the faces of lawyers. Now that's the face of lawyer got, son. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm gonna find that way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served. What are you gonna do, Apollo? Deep thinking, alright. That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. And it seems the said patron believes in the orb's legend. The thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was close to fire, as the legend said. If the legend's true, then we've already solved the riddle, right? Sure? Didn't think so. And yet, I still don't understand what the part about flowing power is about. Maybe rethink this. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that part. So, no, we haven't. We have not solved the riddle yet. The legend says the founder will bestow great power when she returns. But if that's true, it means we haven't solved the riddle yet. But how can it be? Are we still missing something? But wait, maybe. Maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. That's what I thought too. But how did it be possible we were dead when you're living? Channeling. Yeah, time travel. channeling. So I'm gonna do channeling. Oh, I know. There is a way for that to return. Spirit channeling. Of course, you have to know what the fountain looks like first. Which is why you... But the orb is with her face to us, so what if it's a sign that we should channel her? In the facts, in order to solve the riddle and use that power, I need to practice channeling. There you go. All I have to do is training as a spirit medium, and I can channel spirits myself. Wait, it can't be that easy. If I really can beat him, I wouldn't need to find those powers anymore anyway. But who... Do we have anyone who could channel spirits? Oh, there's Pearl, right? We gotta bring Pearl's ass over here. The ability of a medium to channel spirits is a final key to unlocking forward spirit. That means Anderson's patron will need one too. And once that summoning patron realizes that, politician, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Oh yeah, we're just telling him that he can't even do the thing. Everything's gonna be okay, right? Because Mr. Paul Anderson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Huh? Mr. Anderson, it seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the Ober's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Fey can truly give them what they really want. She can. That's technically not true, but yeah, sure. What do you mean, only Maya Fey? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the Kingdom of Khura'in, the birthplace of spirit mediums. Ah, I think I see now. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Khura'inism, speaking the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face is hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when pearls imbue my match Tama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power as in a similar manner, it said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Wait a second, then the legend is true? You get it now, Mr. Addison? You were holding hostage the final key to unlock this orb's secrets. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle would remain unsolved forever. Ah! So is he just gonna let her go now? There's always Pearl Fate. I guess we ask her to help. If she wants money, I have plenty to offer. No. She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Ugh. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Khura'in to channel the founder for you? He could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over! Now confess, you killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? It wasn't supposed to end this way. Mr. Anderson, are you admitting to committing the crime? You're my lawyer, right? Do something! It's true that I am your lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. However, I think my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. There's something else that's equally as important. And that is finding the truth. What? Mr. Anderson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right. And I owe it all to you, Apollo. Right. I can't let a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Anderson, I must resign as your attorney. No! Does this mean I'm under arrest? No! Well, I have nothing to confess. What? I said I've nothing to confess. I don't and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This nigga doesn't want to give up. Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You don't find a single print of mine on it. All that means is you wipe them off, taking care only to leave Mr. Rabalv. As many great politicians have said before me, no comment. Now in that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a bit of an angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from above. It's clear to push the suitcase from the second floor hallway over the coffee bar. That will place him right around here. Maybe, just maybe. Thought of something, Apollo? I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to dropping of the suitcase. Oh. She's right there. I guess. I don't know what it means, but it adds up somehow. That appears to be a statement, but how does it relate to this case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Armybuff physically left the room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there in the wheelchair. Oh, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down to the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her wheelchair. Someone was pushing my wheelchair. What? I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat as fast as somebody else could take me. She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Addison? Yeah. And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he had been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now, he is neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better. But this wasn't supposed to happen. No? Well, too bad, bitch. Because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you. Right here in this very trial. Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is on this person. Paula Addison. Armybuff. Give me that. That's... On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone's pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out, through that therapy session, that is. While the killer was able to wipe the prints off the suitcase, the same can't be said for the prints that got away. My fellow Coranians. Well, Mr. Paul Addison, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours. Paul Addison, savior of Corane. I'm not a crook. My political career, it can't end like this. I'm destined for great things. Something's wrong. This is it's a dream, no, a nightmare. Oh. Huh? What? Wait, really? Whoa, no way! Bonsai! Paul Addison rested emerged as a ship for a win. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wait, don't go. No, please. Whoa, Grandpa. Mr. Addison, Are you alright? But Bailiff, get us into the first aid station. Well, this is yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. And it seems that Paul Ashton Wimperson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Bell's murder. Paul, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I'd have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Ah, don't mention it. You're amazing today, Apollo. Well, couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never skull till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what warriors do to get their truth. Or to the truth, but it's the same thing. A dragon never yields. Every warrior should take that to heart. As it seems both sides no further objections. Would Dirk Sadamati please take a stand? This court awards the orb to Defiant Dragons per the stated transfer agreement. Alright. Yay! Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Should the Kingdom of Khura'in claim ownership, the matter may be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or should I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. Ha 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 ha. Indeed, shot like that might spark an unnatural incident. Still, they're bigger, more momentous things that stir in the air. The revolution. Dirk's really serious about this. This court is adjourned. Woo! May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Nice work, son. You've finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution. Just doesn't seem real. Yeah, well, I think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I could say is, that's my boy. Ha 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 ha. 12. Right did have its hands tied. Who knows if I'd have won if he'd been able to fight me head on. I seem more like you saved Mr. Wright. Saved him? Yeah, remember what he said? You don't have to bend the truth anymore, and it was all thanks to you. I don't know about that. But still, I guess it is kind of nice to be appreciated. Mr. Dirk? Now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you gonna have a spirit medium try channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder. Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. But why? Face is enough. You also need the true name of the one you're interpreting the channel. Oh yeah, Poe mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's Begreb. In short, the only person who knows it is the current Queen of Khura'in, Goran. No, that's not true. Maya and Phoenix know it, but without the help of her, you won't be seeing founder anytime soon. That's no fun. Well, Dirk, what are you gonna do now? Well, first, I'm gonna start by tracing the route, by which the orb came into Dr. Bell's hands. Since now we know it's Paul Ashton that asked Doctor to study it, isn't he the one who stole it? Nah, Paul Ashton like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, but don't steal it. He must have had inside help. My money is on someone connected to the royal family. Oh yeah, so something about that back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty scheme to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Wright has plenty of information, courtesy of his dirty clients. Maybe to shed some light on this. My god, I'm tired. Private Justice. That was fine work you did at the trial today. You did your sergeant proud. I gotcha, Sarge. Took real courage to leave your room like that. It's all thanks to you and Corpseman Sykes. My siege defense over, I can finally sally forth. But the battle's only just begun. One for me, and me alone to fight. To lose your mother, and then your father. What type of thing to endure? Yeah, being Wilshire bound doesn't help. You know, I wonder just what's the story about Phoenix's mother and father. And if anything, his brother and sisters maybe. Private Justice. I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to coddle me. Huh? What are you talking about? Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me. Hold my drone for me, would you, Private? Sure, sir. What's she up to? Oh. Whoa. She's standing? What's this? Sorry, you mean your legs? They're... Doctor told me I was ready to walk again 2 months ago, but if I admitted I could walk, I knew I'd have to leave the house. So, I faked it. Makes sense, but I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa's watching over me now, and I'd hate to disappoint him. So, from this day forth, I'm gonna march forward on my own 2 feet. What a brave kid, trying to move forward like this. But it would be so hard as soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. You just keep on walking, comrade. Stay brave, because there will be days when you'll want to stop. But I have faith that you'll find a way to muster the strength to push through them. Yeah, you can do it. Hey, Daddy's back. Yo, right. What's that look on his face for? Oh, Apollo. Is everything alright now? She's safe. For now. Well then, we gotta go save her quick. Where is she anyway? I'm afraid I have some bad news. Huh? Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Khura'in. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. The mastermind? That's right. Paul Ashton was nothing more than a pawn. My true abductors in the Kingdom of Khura'in. What? I don't understand, right? What the hell's going on over there? Her name is to be continued. But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Khura'in to its very core. Revolution. I was being swept up in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what the days ahead of me were in store. That didn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter. To be continued.